What's going on, guys? Thanks to Going Gear, we got our hands on an Mi1C by Klarus. We have already done the unboxing. Here it is. So guys, I don't normally say this, at least I don't think I do. Maybe I've said this 1,000 times already. This little thing took about half of a second to become one of my all-time favorite lights. Okay? This thing's freaking amazing. And I think flashlight nuts out there, I don't say that. I don't think I say this often. This is a must-have for anybody. Especially if you got a wife, you got kids. I don't really care. This is a must-have, and you're about to find out why. Okay. So first things first, and I'm just going to kind of jump around here because this light is just so solid. There are a lot of good talking points, but it's magnetic. So if you're at home, power goes out, if you're working on your car, whatever the deal is, this sucker's going to stick onto your hood. It's going to stick onto your refrigerator, and it's the entire tail cap that's magnetic, guys. So even in unscrewing the battery, like the battery actually sticks to the top itself. I just think that's just so helpful, okay? So instead of opening up and losing your cell, it's going to stick to the tail cap. Kudos, Klarus. That's freaking awesome. Another thing that I really love about this light, the side switch, guys, it's so soft. I know that sounds weird, but you've got this awesome rubber texture that just gives you confidence. It's not like on some of the other lights. And I'm actually going to compare this light to a comparable light in just a second, but it's not like other lights. If you're fiddling around with this, you know when you're on the button in the dark. You know. There's no question. I love the fact that they actually have implemented the pocket clip. It rests in between the head and the body. So it's not going anywhere. Not only is it rested in between the body, guys, but if you can see, right here, Jeff, do I have that in the right spot? If you can see where the contact of the clip actually touches the body, that's recessed inside a raised tail cap. So when you're putting material in there, whether it's a shirt pocket or a pant pocket, you can rest assured that it's not going anywhere. I mean, it has tremendous tension for a clip so small. It really does. We have used this light more than any other light its size. It doesn't get terribly hot in the hand at all. It's well vented up top, and it produces the most amazing beam I've ever seen on a light. Okay, and I'm going to show you why. So the glass on this light, if you can see it, is actually circular. It's not flat like on a conventional flashlight. So if you can tell, the glass actually starts much deeper in the dome of the head than it does on most other lights, and it rises at a perfect circle angle, almost like a marble. Guys, when I turn this light on, I'm telling y'all, the beam it produces is just like, it's out of this world useful. It is absolutely out of this world useful. Before I get straight into the beam, we're going to go over the user interface before we skip that, because I'm going to get too excited and accidentally skip that.
Go straight on with it.
Okay. So if you click and hold it,
point it at the camera.
If you click and hold it, it turns on.
Light off.
Sorry, guys. Just wanted to make sure we got a good shot here. Okay. So from off mode, if you click and hold, the light turns on. Okay. Then the user interface is actually pretty quick. You'll cycle through the modes just by a quick click. Okay. It does have mode memory. So if I put it in second mode, for example, click and hold to turn it off. If I click and hold to turn it back on, then I'm back in second mode. Okay. Where was that back to? Let me just check for you guys just to make sure. I'm going to put it in third mode. Okay. Let's make sure. So this is low, 2, 3. There's only one mode after this. I'm going to turn it off because I'm checking this out while I have y'all on. I'm going to click and hold it and see if there's mode memory or if it goes back to low. It's back at low. So scratch that, guys. Maybe it doesn't have mode memory. It looks like it goes back to low mode from off. At least that's what it's doing right now. I don't read the manuals on lights, guys. Sorry.
Just use them. And
we just use
light is perfect starting out in low.
It is. Unbelievable. I mean, that's where you want it. Trust me, guys. You're about to see why. But also something I like is that even from the off position, if you double click, it goes straight in strobe. And that strobe is an awesome strobe. It's absolutely useful. Really, really, really insane amount of light. especially for something so small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my pocket so you can see how it rides in the pocket. It's only glass up. I'm going to do that now, actually. Okay. Now, as I said, the pocket clip is a bit recessed between the body and the tail cap. So I'm going to try to do it one-handed. I have double seamed shorts on with these cargo shorts, so it's actually pretty thick there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one-handed. For some guys, that might be a turnoff. For me, it's not at all because I always use two hands anyways. I'm not going to try harder than that because I actually need to get under the material. It doesn't take any effort at all with two hands. But obviously you can tell just from the friction of it going on, it's not going anywhere. You can see how it rides in there. A little bit of the head comes outside the pocket, but it's there when you need it. Okay? All right, guys. This is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is what y'all are about to witness. Now, I'm actually going to compare this light beam against two other lights just because we're so impressed with the light beam, okay? One of the lights I'm going to compare it to is a comparable beam and it's a comparable sized light, which is the Vertx E18R. We also have a comparison of the Vertx E18R with the Vertx E16 on our channel as well. So if you guys are interested in lights this size, go ahead and check that out. But I think the more interesting comparison is actually going to be with the M1T Raider, which, mind you, it runs on the same cell type, but we praised the size of the hotspot on the M1T Raider so much because it outclasses almost everything else in its size in terms of how perfect the hotspot is. I want you to see how amazing the beam is from the Mi1C, okay? So, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm actually going to compare the Vertx to the M1T Raider because the M1T Raider's hotspot's significantly bigger than the E18R, okay? So we're going to turn this off. We've got a white wall behind us at about 8 yards. I'm going to turn on the E18 first, okay? Now, I'm going to put it in, I don't know if it's best to put it in high mode just because this isn't about how bright the light gets. This is about how useful the hotspot is. This is the E18R on its second to highest mode. And now on the right-hand side, this is the M1T Raider. The size of the hotspot on the M1T Raider is enormous. It absolutely dwarfs. In fact, I'm going to turn up the E18R to high just so you can actually see the difference. Otherwise, it's going to completely drown it out. So this is the E18R. This is the M1T Raider. We're talking about the hotspot size, not about maximum output. You can see that two, at least, of the E18R hotspots can fit inside one of the hotspots of the M1T Raider, okay? So I'm not even going to bother with the with the E18R. I'm still going to keep the hotspot on with the M1T. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in low mode because the Klarus is going to start in low. So give me just a second here. Jeff, does that come up at all or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the M1T Raider, guys. Okay? You just saw how it dwarfed what I consider to be a normal size hotspot light, which is the E18R. Okay? This is the Klarus M1C.
It cannot even pick it up.
It probably, okay. So I'm going to pan in really slow. Can you see it when I pan? Okay, I'm going to turn it up a notch.
I think it'd be better to show that on this roof.
Okay. So up closer, guys, in low mode. The real clear hotspot now, we're at literally 1 yard away from where the light starts. This is the M1T Raider. Can you pick that up in the camera clearly?
Yeah.
Beside it in low mode, this is the Mi1C. Now I'm going to turn it up. Do I need to turn it up one notch so you can see it better or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that better? I just want you guys to see the difference in hotspot here.
The moon.
This is from a yard, guys. So I could fit two of the hotspots from an E18R in one of the M1T Raiders. I can probably fit 15 of the M1T Raiders.
Dude, put it on the floor now.
I can probably fit 15 of the M1T Raiders hotspots. This is on the tile floor.
Back up.
This is the M1T Raider.
Go in the other room. Put it on the carpet.
Right here?
Yeah. I mean, you gotta have some distance with this because the other one's so huge.
All right. We're about a yard off the ground right here, 3 feet.
All right, go ahead.
This is this is the Mi1C. Okay. Now I'm still gonna try to get it on the white wall because I don't think these people are gonna understand.
No, they're not gonna understand. Put it inside, dude. Put it inside.
Put it inside what?
Put it in the middle.
So this is the MIT. Okay, inside of the M1.
The M1 is so amazing.
It is. The Mi1C is just absolutely out of this world. I'm going to try to do this anyways, okay? So just bear with me for just a second. I'm going to put the beam back up. This is the M1T Raider. And then in high mode, just so you can see as I slowly pan up, and I'm going to put, I just want you to see the difference in size. This is M1T. Can you get that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put that in low again, sorry. Can you still see that or no?
Put the Klarus back down on the ground.
Okay. Can you still see that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to super slow pan in high mode the Klarus. Can you see the beam coming up?
Yep.
I just want you to see from the same distance the size of the hot spot. Now, Jeff, I want them to see how there's no spill, though.
Yeah.
A lot of guys on the internet say this light is all spill and no hotspot. I think they're wrong.
It's 100%
This light is
hotspot.
all hotspot. There's no spill. This is the cleanest beam ever. And if you look right on the border, all 360 degrees around, it is light and then darkness. There's no gradual transition to spill. How it looks in camera, guys, you're not going to believe it unless you see it in real life, is how it looks in real life.
Dude.
It just covers everything. I mean, it's unfreaking believable. And I'll tell you a sweet touch to this little light, guys, is how it gradually dims down from high to low.
Hang on.
So it's in maximum mode right now. It doesn't just go straight to low. Very quickly, it gradually
The
just
roof
dulls
is
down.
angled so it doesn't look as big. It's the entire roof.
Can I
It's
dull
insane.
it down? Or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So if you can pick that up, it just dulls down to the low. I mean, everything about this light, guys, has me excited. It's a no-brainer.
Hang on.
The Mi1C is a no-brainer. Everyone has to have one, guys. You have to. Normally, we do outside beam shots. Should we give them outside beam shots? I mean, this isn't really a huge...
Yeah, why not?
All right. Okay, so we're going to compare it outside, guys. I have no idea what this is going to look like out here because we haven't done this yet. I'm going to start with the M1T Raider again. So these bushes in front of us are about 15 yards. This is the M1T Raider on high mode. Okay. This is, I'm going to pan into it. This is the
Dude, I mean, there's...
Mi1C.
I've
and
never
high.
seen anything like that. That is insane.
I'm going to turn off the M1T Raider. So you can tell it's not nearly as intense, but you get everything in the picture.
I mean, even the trees that are 40 yards high is like insane.
So again, now just to prove the point again, I'm going to turn off that light and just leave the M1T on so you can see the difference in spill. That's just the M1T. Huge difference. I mean, enormous. And guys, we've had that M1, we're gonna go back in now. We've had the Mi1C on for some time now. I mean, my hands are right on the head. It doesn't even feel warm. It's still on right now. It's still on. It doesn't even feel warm. It's unbelievable. This little light's a no-brainer. Klarus Mi1C, guys, very rarely am I this excited about a light. Unanimous. It's 3 thumbs up. This light's awesome. Gotta have it. Check it out, guys. Also, we just started an Instagram up. It's I Don't Care Film It. Please follow us on that as well. We're trying our best to put up some really nice high-quality pics of a lot of these lights and knives and other stuff that we're trying to review on the channel. Y'all support is greatly appreciated. You guys are the best. Stay safe. God bless.